I feel.
I'm Dr. Jacobi Cleaver.
And I'm Dr. Jacob Wilson.
And we are the OD'ing on Movies podcast.
We're two practicing optometrists who love movies, and we found a way to combine our two loves into one podcast.
We pick a movie, we watch it, we break it down while incorporating the optometry elements.
So grab your favorite movie theater snack and let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the OD'ing on Movies podcast. And for those who are listening and not watching, we have a special guest with us again. Actually, the first repeat guest, Dr. Morgan Jones, is joining us again. Check out the episode that she hung out with us for last season. But she's back, and we wanted to do this movie. We think it'd be a lot of fun to talk about it. As you know, my name is Dr. Jacobi Cleaver. I'm here with co-host Dr. Jacob Wilson, and I don't know, we're back. I feel like that's good enough introduction for for this episode.
We were talking about before we got on the air. We were talking about birthdays and Aquarius and Gemini and all. So, what was the conclusion? Which one's better, Aquarius or Gemini?
Gemini's definitely.
It's down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that means it's Aquarius. Never replicated.
Okay. Well, we've got some great Gemini in the world, you know. Donald Trump, Kanye West.
Anne Frank is a Gemini.
Oh.
Yes.
What? All right. I wasn't expecting that one. I think Kendrick's a Gemini, so that's pretty cool. You got Kendrick and
the playing field is leveling.
It's trying to. So Jones told me her birthday right before we came on here, and actually, Dr. Jones, you share a birthday with Anne Frank.
Yes, that's how I know she's a Gemini.
Okay, and let's see,
and
former
Bush.
President George H.W. Bush, not Junior.
Oh. Daddy Bush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's see, some singer named Robin, Chick Carrera, the musician, Dave Franco. Okay, solid list.
Oh, Dave Franco was in the last movie we did with you.
It's a sign.
Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah,
it's a sign.
Oh, that is. It's fake.
It's meant to be.
And also Adriana Lima, the supermodel.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Solid list.
This is a good list. Yes.
Solid list. All right.
Very cool.
What movie are we talking about today? Jacob had a fun event over the weekend. And
Morgan, I don't know if I told you about this. So I did something with SCCO, the optometry school, and we did a vision screening at a YMCA in Van Nuys in LA. And it was sponsored by iHeartRadio and one of the local radio stations there in LA also, and Big Boy Radio. And so Big Boy was there.
Nice.
while we were doing the eye exams and stuff, and he was just walking around. It was pretty cool.
He was DJing while you was checking.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever done.
Under one eye.
Speaking of Kendrick, that's the first time I ever checked VAs while Kendrick was blasting in the background. I think it was Luther with SZA was playing.
Was it just students, or was it more like a community event?
It was a community event. We saw all ages. Yeah. Okay. I saw a couple 4 or 5 year olds, and then I definitely saw some people up there in years 70s, 80s, probably. So cool. It was good. We saw over 200 patients.
Congratulations.
Visions. So check VAs and autorefractor first, and then kind of decided from there if they passed or failed and went to refraction. If they couldn't get to 20/20, then they were sent back to get dilated and have a full health exam.
Okay, so that's pretty efficient.
Yeah, and then if we found anything interesting or worrisome, we referred them back to us at SCCO to get worked up.
Nice.
More. Yeah, and we've got retina and ophthalmology at the clinic, so we could pretty much anything that came through, we could just refer them back to us.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest keys with community screenings of any kind, whether it's eye care related or ears or whatever else, is that if the patient needs something beyond what can be provided at the visual screening, that they go back that they can get the service beyond that. And I think that's exactly what you guys did there. Like there had to be a handoff at some point. Like seemed like I've done one before, and a patient was in angle closure or something like that, and it's on a weekend, and you have to kind of navigate these things.
I was thinking about that. Like, I'm glad I didn't see anything acute because, I mean that'd be tough.
Yeah.
You know, but I think we had a good plan. And you know, one thing they were doing too, which I had never seen before, this company that does it. Oh, and what's their name? I'll need to get Power of Vision. I think that's what it's called. Power of Vision. They're like a family-owned company, Christian company in LA, and they do all these vision screenings. They bring a van that makes the glasses right there same day.
Okay.
So most of our patients, unless they were a high amount of SIL or something like that, left that day with glasses.
Nice.
Which was pretty awesome. I'd never been a part of something like that.
So to call it the screening is not doing it much justice at all. You guys were giving eye exams.
That was an exam.
Yeah, you guys were giving examinations.
Yeah, it could become an eye exam if they were failing or not passing. Like if they weren't getting to 2020, it could become an eye exam. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
How did you recruit?
What'd you say?
How did you recruit your patients?
I have no idea. I don't know. I just the company does this, and this is what's kind of cool. And that I talked to the owner of it. They set it all up. It's all their equipment. They have their own slit lamps, phoropters, autorefractors, NCT, eye care. It's all theirs. They just need the doctors, and so they go out and find the doctors. So SCCO helped them with this one, but I talked to the owner. And he said, "Hey, Doc, anytime you want to help out, we go all over. I think they go all the way up to San Francisco. They pay like $750 a day.
Wow.
And it's not always kosher, I guess, to talk about numbers, but I want to talk to the younger ODs here so they know kind of what's out there. But they pay $750 a day, and you show up, do the exams. They handle all the equipment, everything. And so it might be something I do in the future. And $750 in LA is great money.
Yeah.
I don't know about Texas, but in LA.
that's more than most fill-in work,
Okay.
Exactly. But you said you ran into a student there.
A couple. So most of the day I was with third-year students at the vision screening, and I love them, and I know they're going to be great. That was a little bit like herding cats, getting the third years to be a little more efficient. But I had a couple fourth years with me. I won't name drop her here, but I had a fourth year, and we were talking about, she's not sure what she's going to do. She's going back maybe to the East Coast, but she just doesn't know what's going to be the right fit for her. And so I talked with her and another fourth year student about the different kinds of options out there. We talked about things ranging from, should you do residency or not? What is it like to work at an OD-MD practice? One fourth year I talked to had already signed an offer with an OD-MD practice. And then 3 different optometrists reached out to her unprompted and told her it probably wasn't a good idea to work for them. And so we talked about, okay, well, do you listen to that kind of advice? Where's that coming from? And what I just realized with these students is there's so many ways to practice optometry, and you only learn about a few different modalities and when you're in school. And also when you learn about those modalities, you learn about it through the eyes of your professors, right? So your professors are only going to have so much experience to bring to the table. You only know what you know, right? And so, yeah, I was hoping we could talk a little bit to our younger ODs and students about, what to expect in the job market, what things to look out for. I don't know. Do you guys have any advice you would give someone just off the top of your heads?
I'm not the biggest fan of multi-year contracts.
Okay.
Like if you're coming out of school and you sign, like if you go somewhere you don't have any intentions on leaving, then maybe 2 years at the most is what I would sign for. Like anything longer than that, with the way things are, it's just kind of hard to stay locked in. Now, but to that credit, if you sign a contract, you should go in with the mindset that you are going to fulfill that contract.
Oh yeah.
I've talked to students before that they've signed contracts and want to get out of them before they've started working and those kind of things. And maybe most times the company wills let you, if nothing's been gained or lost, they'll let you walk away from it. But there's legal recourse with that. It should the company decide to pursue that, right? And you don't want to burn any bridges in this profession. So, and also, if it's sounds too good to be true, then it might be.
Probably is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
probably is. I know there's companies and every optometry school is expensive,
Yeah.
hands down, right? And companies offering ways to pay back loans, and those things do sound enticing. I'm not against them at all. I think it's a great avenue to get out of debt. The sooner you can get out of debt, then the better. But read the fine print, know exactly what you're getting yourself into before you commit to it.
Yeah. Really read that fine print, and those sign-on bonuses, all those student loan things, they're great. I did a job like that, and I'm grateful for it. But know what you're signing. If you, for example, IHS, we talk about loan repayment all the time. Well, if you do an IHS contract, the money's great and the loan repayment's great. But if you, for some reason, don't fulfill that contract, you pay the U.S. government back threefold. So not only do you pay back, you get $25,000 a year, right, for IHS loan repayment if you work in IHS, Indian Health Service. But if you, for some reason, renege on that contract, you're paying $75,000 a year back to the U.S. government.
Wow.
Also, I would say, too, that when you're first coming out, multiple things. One, your first job does not have to be your forever job. If you're not gelling with the modality, you're like, I really, it's just not working. Don't feel like you have to stay there forever. Two, this may sound a little weird, but I would be weary of people who only hire new grads or like at their practice are only people with like sub 5 years of experience, because that would make me a little suspicious. Like, why are we not retaining practitioners for like a longer period of time? Three, don't be shy to speak up for what you want in a job. Like, I feel like a lot of jobs are like no benefits, shady bonus structure. Like, don't be shy to ask for like a written contract with very clear like compensation package, all that. And then I guess for me personally, when I was talking earlier about like doing gonio and like hating it so much but doing it, I would say really lean, and then again, this also sounds weird, lean into the things that you're uncomfortable with, lean into the things you hate. Like, don't avoid anything, be very open. And I'm also very pro residency. I feel like my IHS residency transformed the way I practice. Great. You make 3 times what an average resident will make. You get to learn a new culture. Like, it's very fulfilling, and I feel like it does a lot for you. It just makes you a little bit more well-rounded. Like, I feel like even people with similar years of experience to me are asking me like, okay, what do I do in this situation? Just because in your residency, you just see so much.
Right. And you see all ages, right, at an IHS residency, right? So
yes.
I'm also very pro residency. For example, when I'm getting ready to leave IHS and go to LA, I'm going to be working at a children's hospital, and I'm going to be working at just a regular hospital. And the children's hospital was pretty impressed by my peds experience here at the IHS, and the regular hospital was really impressed with my ocular disease experience here at IHS. So that's just one, and IHS is just one type of residency out there. Obviously, we both did IHS residencies, so we're both pro IHS residency, but I'm pro residency in general. I kind of made a post earlier this week about how our professions, I believe it is changing. I know there's different opinions on what's going to happen, but I think the more we lean into difficult ocular disease, advanced procedures, things like that, you're going to open the door. You're going to keep doors open for yourself when some might be closing as we go forward.
Yes. I think too, as you start to practice more, you become way more comfortable, like with your clinical judgment. There's so many things where I'm like, okay, I'm not fully sure what's happening, but I have a good enough gauge with context clues to figure out, is this like a life-threatening emergency? Is this something that, I can grab an ophthalmologist for? Is this something I can wait a few days for an ophthalmologist to get back to me for? Like, just knowing that, it puts so much ease on your mind when you are leaning into the difficult disease, Yeah. So very, very, very true.
No. Also, one last thing is that nobody says you have to be you have to be perfect with this. That's why they call it the practice of medicine, the practice of optometry, right? So
Mhm.
to add to what Dr. Jones said, now I may not know exactly what's going on here, but maybe we can get some differentials here and work through those and make the appropriate referrals if need be. But I just think with a lot of the new grads coming out of school, like there's no shortage of options.
Mhm.
Now, personally, I think the students should be courted when they're in optometry school by different companies. Like I have no problem with company A or company B coming to speak to the students. I don't think they should come and speak to them before third year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've heard of students signing contracts like during
This
third
is
year.
way too soon. That's way
Yeah.
too soon. Like you hadn't even attempted boards yet, and you're signing a contract that says you're going to live in wherever whenever
Yeah.
you finish school in 3 years, right? So, yeah, I just it doesn't take very long. I mean, no, if you're able to complete an optometry program, any advanced degree program, and you're pretty bright, right? You're pretty book smart, right? And take the time to look through a contract, even if you have to pay a lawyer for the services to review the language and stuff. Then do those things because you hate to be in a situation that you can't get out of, or if you can get out of, it's going to cost you a lot of time, money, and effort.
Yeah.
And again, it's what 40,000 optometrists or something like that full time in the States. Like, we can't afford to be burning bridges or backstabbing or
No.
getting over on each other at all, right? So, no. But to Dr. Jones's point, your first job won't be your last job. You find something you think is a better fit, then pursue that. It's your degree, it's your life. You should be able to find what brings you joy and happiness and pursue that.
Yeah, and I just you're talking about how many different options there are, Jacobi. I'm thinking about, don't feel pressured into doing something if you're not completely sure about it. If that job, if the vibes feel off and they're really pressuring you to sign that contract, get it done, you don't need to do that. There's no shortage of fill-in jobs to find and do while you're looking for your dream job, right? So don't feel like you need to rush and have a contract signed.
Yeah, you got to kiss a couple frogs before you find that prince or princess, man. That's all right.
Remember, you're the prize always.
That's right. That's right.
But like genuinely, they're needing you way more than you need them. Just
That's
remember
right.
that.
Especially if they're pressuring you like that, then they're just don't give into that. That goes for sales when you're at Bath and Body Works or whatever. If they're like, oh, if you buy this now, that it's gonna go up in price tomorrow. If you don't,
it'll be back up. You know who's infamous for doing that?
Who?
And I'm just saying this, but I love them. Macy's.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law said, man, they do this every time, but I just have to know in my head that I'm getting a deal. Like if it's a sale today, then I'm okay with buying it.
Right. Yeah. If it's right for you today, if it's right for you in the long term, it's going to be right for you tomorrow, just as right for you as it is today. I don't know if that
or
makes sense.
You could just say, screw optometry altogether and go play professional basketball, go to the NBA or something.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done if optometry hadn't worked out, but.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was it was my knee, and then I got a checkings and a savings account, so it was a whole thing. But yeah, I probably would have gone pro too. Shout out actually to my little brother. He just got his 9th D1 offer.
So he's getting ready to make some decisions. So baby brother he's a graduating senior, or is he's going into a senior year?
He's a rising senior in Phoenix, Arizona. He plays running back. Kind of like a slot back. He's not like a super big guy, but he's really fast.
Okay.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
So he's getting some D1 offers. Probably a little NIL money in the mix.
That's what we're hoping for. University of Montana just offered him the Grizzlies. He's got University of Idaho, Washington State, and then he got invited to a camp up at Stanford. And they haven't offered him, but he got invited to the camps. I don't know.
Well, sweet. Okay.
So yeah, just a little aside. I have a cool little brother, but
pretty cool. Dr. Jones is pretty cool too. She got another tattoo or 5.
What'd you get?
I have a little cowboy devil riding a tiger head on my thigh. You know,
Okay.
casual, just casual.
That's awesome, man. We have to get you back on here for a special episode to talk about the tattoos because I know there's something. It's not well publicized, but there's something called tattoo induced uveitis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there can be something we can talk about. Because I know there's quite a few optometrists that sport ink.
Or we could talk about keratopigmentation or kerato.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
No, I know. Yeah.
But I know there's a good Netflix documentary.
Caterpillar. Y'all need to watch it. It's really sad, actually, in my opinion.
Oh, so you've already seen it?
That's
They all got pigmentary glaucoma. Like they all had to remove their implants from pigmentary glaucoma.
Is that right? So from the implant rubbing, slopping
Yeah.
up against
I mean, they literally just put an implant on top of your. Well, that's not keratopigmentation or whatever. This is just like implants, but it
like an ACIOL or
it's just
not
literally it's just like a piece of plastic they put on top of the iris
to change the color.
Yes.
Yep.
And what'd you say this was called? It's called The Human Centipede on Netflix.
It's called Caterpillar.
Oh,
Awful. And one scene they straight up asked the doctor, "Would you ever have this done?" And he was like, "No."
Oh,
yeah,
really?
No.
Yeah, he's like, "Hell no."
The doctor doing it said that.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck out."
That's crazy.
Heck no.
Now, and we should specify like this doesn't take place in the States, right?
No,
This
it's in
is somewhere
India.
else.
It's in India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the doctor's like, "I love myself, so I would never do that." It was actually really funny how blunt he was being.
Yeah, I don't. Wow. Okay.
So with the keratopigmentation, an article just came out. I was talking with our ophthalmologist about it, and they're running into issues where if people are having like retina issues later on in life, they can't dilate and like look out to the periphery because the whole cornea is tattooed.
Yeah, so the cornea is scarred over, and that limits your view, your field of view. Wow, I didn't even think about that.
I was like, how did no one think about that when we started doing that?
Wait, why did I think that was the one where they like blast all the pigment off the iris to change the color? Is there something like that?
I don't know that one. This one, and I might be using the wrong word for it.
They
literally tattoo the cornea.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jacob.
Yeah.
You are right. There are a couple of doctors in the States that do that.
That's crazy.
And I've seen it less for cosmetic things and more for like a traumatic, traumatic iridialysis and things like that after trauma, rather than doing a prosthetic contact lens. But then if they have other issues later, they can't get out to the periphery and the retina.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Makes you wonder how they skate around, how that's even legal.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. One of the people who got the eye color surgery, it actually looked really good on her. I was like, "Oh, damn."
Oh yeah.
You know what?
Morgan's booking a flight to New Delhi
right now.
You can't do that one. We can't let you do that one. So what
Not
movie
Miley Cyrus.
guys?
movie. I'm glad you guys went and saw this. I was excited that you guys went and saw it this weekend to talk about it. We're doing the drama. The drama was Zendaya. I don't know. Zendaya. I love her. Shout out to Jenny though. But and then Robert Pattinson.
I didn't know he was British. Is that bad?
Well, no, it's not bad, but he does a great American accent. I've only seen a handful of movies where he doesn't have an accent.
Yeah.
We've done a couple movies with Robert Pattinson.
Nah, he pops up on this podcast quite a bit. Maybe he should be a guest.
Come on. You know what it is? It's because we did the Mickey 17 one, but then we've been doing all the Twilight stuff. So that's why he keeps
Those Twilights are fun though.
What did you guys, I'm curious, what did you guys expect of this movie going into it? And how did your expectations line up with that afterwards?
And I should say that this is probably going to involve some spoilers for those who haven't seen it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect because in all the previews I've seen, it cut off right before she revealed her secret.
Uh-huh.
Right?
I didn't even see a preview. I feel like I don't remember. Well, I don't remember seeing the part about them asking about what's the worst thing you've ever done. I just kind of remember like thinking, okay, this is about a messy wedding, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I like going in as blind as possible, which is why I love Mystery Movie Monday. Shout out to AMC and Regal. Most Mondays of the month, $5 movies. It's always in
Yes. We need to tag him for that too.
Yeah.
$5.
You're paying for them? You don't have AMC A-list?
We're gonna do
People
something.
are doing like vague trailers, you know.
We're gonna do something special with Dr. Jones for Mystery Movie.
I think we should. I think Morgan, I
are.
think you'd be a good addition to like a weekly edition or something.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it when life kind of calms down.
Yeah.
No,
You should come to Houston and do a Mystery Movie Monday in person with us, because LA to Houston's such an easy flight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Tuba City right now, but there's a direct flight from Flagstaff to Dallas, and then I can hop on another flight to you. I'll come. I was talking to Jacobi about coming in and filming some in-person episodes.
Yeah,
I'd totally do that.
Sure, we have to plan an event around that. We can have a lot of fun with that. Yeah. What did you think about the movie going into it, Jacob?
Well, I was excited. I had no idea what the vibe of the movie was going to be because they were pretty vague about, the previews. But I had seen the preview, and I'll just break it down for anyone that hasn't seen it. Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, they're going to be getting married. And Emma, Zendaya's character, kind of drops a bomb during a conversation at dinner when they're all going around and sharing the worst thing they've ever done. Now, I think that's a terrible idea for anyone wondering. I don't think that's a great conversation piece. But so everyone goes around and shares the worst thing they ever done. And they stop the preview right before Zendaya reveals the worst thing she's ever done. And all you see is like everyone reacting, like, oh, like screaming, like, how could you do that? So you don't know what it is. So I was really excited to find out what it was she had done. And I think if you gave me a million guesses, I don't know if I would have guessed what it was. Were you guys pretty shocked by what it was?
Yeah.
When she said it, I literally was like,
yeah. Because man.
I feel like because they built up the entire movie at first, it kind of just seemed like a rom-com.
Right.
So I wasn't expecting it to be like a dark, like rom-com. Though, to be fair, when I can't remember anymore what the friend made about her, Rachel, was that her name?
Rachel?
Yeah. When Rachel described what she had done, because I think they were building it up, right? At first, when that guy was like, "Oh, it's a dog," I was also kind of thinking like, "Oh, did he do something weird to a dog?" But when it didn't go that direction, and then Rachel shared her thing, I was like, "Oh, this is getting a little jacked up," you know? Because
Rachel's was pretty bad. I don't think we talked about that enough. How bad hers was.
I feel like Zendaya should have been like, actually, you know.
Now I think in comparison. And Robert's character said this at some point in the movie that what Rachel did was worse than what Zendaya wanted to do or what she thought about doing, right? And you can make the argument for that. But for those who wants to reveal,
let's tell everyone. Okay, last chance. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to see it, turn it off right now and come back after you watch the movie because we're going to spoil it. So Zendaya reveals that when she was 15, she's 30 in the movie, by the way, or almost 30. When she was 15, she planned a mass shooting and brought a gun to school, but didn't go through with it.
And I think another layer to that too was that she had actually lost her hearing from practicing shooting.
Yeah. So, and she lost her hearing because earlier in the movie when she meets Robert Pattinson, he flirts with her on one side and she can't hear him. So they have to switch and start over. The reason she lost her hearing is because she was practicing shooting so she could go and shoot all of her classmates. And I mean it's as dark as it sounds, right? It was you were like, whoa, she really thought about doing that. She brought the gun to school. And then they were like, well, why didn't she go through with it? And it wasn't like she had like a change of heart, really. It was just like, it didn't work out. Like someone else, there was another shooting somewhere across town. So she didn't want that to like steal her thunder, basically. And then she like accidentally gets involved in like anti-gun, activism and things like that. And then eventually she does change and she's not that person anymore. But That'd be a pretty big thing to find out about your wife 4 days before you marry her, that she was thinking about killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
No, that was heavy, and I want to say that with school shootings being so forefront right now, this was done in the movie was done in such a way where it wasn't mocking anything or making light of anything at all.
Yeah.
They did a pretty good job of developing Zendaya's character as to why she felt that she wanted to do those things, do that act, and and like Jacob said, why she ultimately didn't do it. But she had just moved to a new school. She was getting bullied and everything else like that. So, not that I'm saying that that's any justification, but
No,
with
but
with current events, there's usually an underlying reason as to why.
I think it also did a really. I hate when movies are unsubtle, and I guess to me, in a way, it kind of subtly showed you how like there is a lot of commonality sometimes in like young people who commit these crimes, like feeling isolated, feeling misunderstood, being bullied, not having community. And then in a way, her not doing it gave her those things that she was missing that made her want to do it. And then eventually kind of turned her life around in a way. So I liked the way that they worked that. I also, I just felt like there were so many subtleties. I read a Reddit thread about it after. So, I've got all the up to date. I just love all the subtleties. Like, just like how, like Rachel kind of represented like performative outrage,
right.
The people who like are outraged about things, but don't take any action to do said things. They just want to like vocalize, So I'm like, man, this was just hitting it from all angles. It was just a really interesting movie. I love a unique storyline. Like that's just such a crazy thing to think of. And I was like, dang, what would I do? Like when Robert Pattinson was asking Misha later on, he's like, what would you do? I'm like,
Yeah, that's Robert. After he finds out about her secret, it's just a downward spiral. Just totally crash out. He just crashes out behind it because he doesn't want to believe it, but he wants to hold on to the fact that she didn't go through with it, and she's just a changed person. But if she had the thought before, would she revisit the thought in the future? Am I safe with her in the house? I'm laying next to her, and all these kind of things. Because the relationship's been awesome up until now. Is this something I can look past and get by and move on, or is this a major red flag, and do I need to call it quits?
And now he's reanalyzing everything in their relationship. Maybe a time where she was a little too rough during sex, or maybe she had a mug with a gun on it and he throws it in the trash.
Right.
He's just trying not to think about it, but he can't stop thinking about it.
Right.
And going back to Rachel really pissed me off this whole movie. I think that was her whole. I think she made everyone mad. But what Rachel did was, and she tried to downplay it in her story, but basically there was a special needs boy on her street that she like took out to the woods and locked in a trailer and left him there. And she couldn't say whether they ever found him or not.
Oh no, she said that he was found alive the next day, but that was after the police had already been contacted and he was there overnight. So I'm like, we're brushing over that, and she's like, no, I totally would have told him where he was if it like had. But I'm like, you're only saying that because in hindsight, because in my mind, if his dad is already coming up to you and asking where he is, then you don't know what if he needed a medication and would not survive past a certain, So my thing is, you kind of already had the opportunity to tell everybody if it had been too long. So I'm like, would you?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like this is you talking as an adult now. Yeah, of course I would have told you. That's you talking as a responsible adult, but it doesn't change the fact that as a kid, you left that kid a special needs kid in the bathroom and you went home, locked in the bathroom and you went home, and some destitute, abandoned mobile home or whatever it was. Yeah, so inherently, I thought Rachel was a jerk, to be honest with you. Because then
what I learned about Rachel. Go ahead.
No, because then she just, like Morgan said, she just totally glazes over that, and then she really goes as Zendaya's character because her cousin was a victim of a school shooting that left her paralyzed from the waist down. Which we do.
It wasn't even a school shooting. It was a shooting.
It was a shooting. Excuse me, a shooting. A mass shooting.
She was very vague about the circumstances of it, and it was so bizarre for her to be like, "I have to ask my cousin if I can go to your wedding." Like, girl, what are you talking
Like,
about?
what are you talking? Yeah, that made no sense. She's the maid of honor.
Right. And
If
then to
I
get
ever
mad,
meet Rachel, it's on site. I'm gonna.
right. And to
Yeah,
get
I'm gonna square up
mad
with Rachel.
that you lost your job when you were not replying to the coordinator on whatever project they were doing. Like, it has nothing to do with Zendaya. She literally is like, hey, Rachel isn't responding to me. What do I do? Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
obnoxious.
you didn't want that job to begin with.
Right, clearly.
Yeah.
Just respond if you don't want to do it.
You
And
know,
then had nerve enough to get mad at that. Like, well, you fired me from the job. Well, sure, you didn't respond. I got deadlines over here, man.
yeah. I mean, what do you? Yeah. You know, the movie. It touched on such an important American topic. Unfortunately, a prevalent American topic, right? But she made I think she made the point. She's like, if school shootings happen every day or however often they happen, how many people actually think about doing it every day and don't go through with it?
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
And that was kind of mind-boggling to me. I was like, whoa. Especially because the more you see it on TV and the more it's like romanticized on TV, kids, especially kids that are lost and having a hard time, they're looking for something. And that's kind of what happens with Emma as she gets drawn to it. So I don't know, it was a dark comedy, but it also made a pretty interesting like public commentary on the society we live in. It was what would you guys do? What do you think if it was your significant
Well,
other?
y'all are the ones with wives, so
Yeah, no, I've been married a long time. At this point, I'm just in too deep.
Yeah, like if I found out right now,
Cost.
I don't know.
Yeah, right now I'm just
All right, what do we need to do to get rid of the evidence, babe? That's it.
no. I won't be doing that. Let's just don't ask, don't tell.
Okay.
I feel like, and this probably sounds like, of course you can say this, but I feel like the type of person I would date would know better than to actually say the worst thing they've ever done in like a public setting.
Yeah,
I would just say the second worst thing I've ever done.
That's true, but they really kind of forced it out of her.
Yeah, they did.
I guess she could have said something else, but
there was
I
a
don't
little
know. I just feel like I
alcohol
couldn't trust
flowing,
Rachel.
and there was a little buzz going on. So
Rachel was a hater from the start.
Rachel
Because
sucked.
remember, this all started because they saw their wedding DJ smoking heroin on the streets, and Rachel's like, "So are you gonna fire her?" And Zendaya's like, "No, I mean, as long as she shows up to the wedding, like I don't really care." And Rachel's like, "Oh my god." So yeah,
the DJ totally was smoking dope on the corner, man.
she was. But the thing was, that was the part I couldn't wrap my mind around. I'm like, who cares? Like
That's what. Like, who cares?
That's what I
cares
said.
your wedding DJ? Honestly,
Okay,
and
she's
the
not
tune
doing my taxes. She's
the
the
tune
DJ
she was
at my-
spinning sounded so good. She sounded good. I was like, wait, smoke some more.
Yeah, me and Ash had this
Not my
conversation
business.
right after the movie. She's like, "Yeah, I don't think that would bother me too much."
Right.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not your heart surgeon that was smoking heroin. It's
Well,
your
yeah, no
DJ.
kidding. Like it's not somebody who works at a daycare.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not your public bus driver or your
Yeah.
ambulance operator,
actually, that's a job. If I was gonna pick a job for someone smoking heroin, a DJ might be one of them. I don't know.
Right.
So,
I would
no
just
offense to
assume-
our DJs out there.
No. But if you smoke heroin, then it's probably not a problem for us. For us.
And she was at the wedding already, on time, clean, presentable.
All set up.
Right.
Yeah. It was,
Well, hell, you don't know
Whatever.
what someone's doing in their spare time anyway. So
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
you
Just like the
happen
whole
to
premise
catch
of the
on
movie
street
is.
smoking
you don't know.
dope.
And another
But-
nefarious thing too, with like Rachel forcing everyone to say the worst thing they've ever done, it was very heavily implied that it was like a private thing between her and her husband that like was supposed to only stay between them because it was the trust of the marriage. It's like, my absolute worst and you're still going to marry me. Like, that's just not something that your friends really should hear. So I'm a number one Rachel hater,
Oh, she was
yeah.
great.
Well, Rachel sucks for sure. But who's worse, Rachel or Misha? Misha's pretty bad too.
I mean, Misha, I guess I thought she was just comedic relief. Like I didn't actually, and well, I was like, she spilled the beans to Zendaya, but I thought that was because she already felt like she was outed. So
She spilled the beans about cheating.
yeah.
So one of the things that happened, just to fill people in, is Robert Pattinson is really crashing out, and it's getting worse as we get closer to the wedding. And Misha is his coworker, and he kind of confides it. Not really confides. He just says, "What would you do if you found this out about your spouse?" And she was like, "Well, they're a psychopath. I wouldn't get married to him." Blah blah blah. And he just totally freaks out, is crying. Misha comes to comfort him, and then he starts kissing Misha. And then, but here's the thing: Misha is all about it. Misha is into it. She's ready, and Robert Pattinson's the one that stops it.
Oh, and to that point too, the worst thing that Misha said she's ever done was cheated on her boyfriend. So
Yeah.
just to add a little context.
You know what? She's true to her word. She's like, yeah, I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
I'm a cheater.
Yeah. So yeah, and then she, where I think she's awful is at the wedding, and it comes out at the wedding that he had kissed her. She doesn't she like blames it all on him.
The wedding, like everything leading up to the wedding was such crash and burn. You gotta postpone it, man.
I was gripping. I was white knuckling. I was
really, you gotta postpone the wedding, man.
Yeah. Why was that not a concept? It didn't seem like there was high stakes into the wedding. Like, so what if you delay it?
My man wrote his vows down, and only to get up and freestyle it, and it was terrible, man.
Awful.
It was the worst thing that could have happened.
Or when the dad was giving the speech and like the DJ setting up, like messed something up, so it sounded like a gunshot.
Oh yeah.
It was so. I was like, wow, I've never been like jump scared so bad before. Like it was just.
Because here's the thing: the movie was just dark enough that you could have believed that was happening.
Yeah,
you could have believed that there was a.
Well, there was a lot of like sequences of things that maybe have happened, like a mixture between reality and the truth.
Yeah.
Or a lie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. And then Misha's boyfriend, gets up and punches him in the face, and
he headbutts him. He headbutts.
Oh, is it a headbutt? It's a headbutt. Yeah. Then there's blood everywhere. He basically told the whole room that Emma had planned a mass shooting. Like it was terrible.
Emma planned a mass shooting, but she's great in bed or something like that. I mean, it was just the worst speech ever.
It was crazy.
You'd have been better off saying nothing at all.
I'm like, why did you drink? I mean, I guess because you're nervous, but like knowing that that liquor makes you say whatever. Like, why would you drink?
Jacob, did you have alcohol at your wedding?
No, I didn't. So I was still pretty Mormon when I got married, so we didn't have any alcohol or anything like that.
We had Ash and I had open bar at our wedding, and neither one of us drank anything.
Oh, well, yeah. I feel like aren't you supposed to be like super busy on your wedding day?
I think that's what it was, man.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it was.
Here's the deal, though, with getting married, and this movie was an extreme, like, caricature of real life, but you don't need alcohol for there to be drama at your wedding.
Oh no, yeah, not at all.
There's gonna be drama.
I'm like, I need to go to a wedding now. Like after that, I was like, wait, I want to go to a messy wedding. Like, have you ever been to a messy wedding?
Yeah.
Really? What happened?
My little cousin got stabbed in the eye with a fork.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Really?
Like in the ball or what part?
I don't remember. I was only like 8 or 9.
Oh.
I don't remember exactly, but there was like she was on the dance floor and there was like blood coming down her cheek.
Oh my goodness.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay. I mean, shout out Kayla. She's all right.
Maybe leave with that, man. This sounds like the
right. You're giving us a story like Rachel.
Right.
No, she's good. I don't even think there was anything. I think it was probably the skin around the eye. Probably did.
Okay, yeah. I was like, there's no way.
No. I guess it wasn't a full penetrating globe injury.
Yeah, that would be way more traumatizing.
Honestly, the where the most trauma was, and I won't say which wedding this was, but it was a close family member, was the rehearsal dinner the night before, right? And I remember all the cousins after the rehearsal dinner were going to go like jump on the trampoline at my grandparents' house, and they all left. And then my parents got in some kind of fight with some other couple there, and they were fighting till like 10 at night.
About
and I was
what?
I don't know. I was a little kid. I was sitting in the back seat like, man, I just want to go jump on the trampoline. And by the time I got to my grandparents, everyone was done on the trampoline, and
Oh,
A core memory, man.
right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was messy for me. That was messy for me. But yeah. But no, I mean,
don't think I've had
people are crazy.
any real drama with weddings that I've been to. I will say the most important aspect of any wedding is the cake.
Mm.
Yeah, you got bad cake.
Really?
I would argue it's the DJ. You know, if they're
You
not,
think the DJ is more important than the cake? Are you a dancer, Morgan?
well, no.
Yeah.
Okay, again, this is coming from an unmarried person's perspective. So maybe one day if I ever get married, I'll be like, you know what, Dr. Cleaver was right. It is the cake.
The cake is most important.
But like, if no one's on the dance floor,
Well,
No, I agree with Morgan. The DJ is more important. And I say that as someone who's mixed. So going to a white wedding and then going to a black wedding, like the music is so much better at a blach wedding, and people are actually dancing.
you're white and black.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
I didn't know that.
And it's so much more fun. You go to a white wedding and it's like Panic at the Disco and maybe the one Whitney Houston song, and it's a totally different vibe, you know.
What song by Panic at the Disco?
Shuffle. Cupid Shuffle at every black wedding, by the way.
That is true.
It's not a black wedding without a Cupid Shuffle.
I want to hear Jacob saying Panic at the Disco.
I didn't say I was singing it. I mean, I do like Panic at the Disco. My favorite song by Panic at the Disco is "Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off."
Which one is that? How does it go?
You have to check it out. I don't think I can legally sing it or play it on the podcast.
Come on!
Oh, man, give us a line, man.
No, you guys don't want to hear me sing.
You can just say the lyrics. Chant the lyrics.
I've been picked personally out of a church choir of 40 people and kicked off the choir. And that's not a joke.
Oh,
that's not a joke.
We need to put that on there. Jacob's got. I hadn't heard of anyone getting kicked out of a church choir.
Yeah, straight up. I got called by the director because it was going to be for the dedication of a new church down in Tucson when I was in school. And I got a call from the director that night. And he was like, hey, can you come by my place? And he had me practice a couple notes. And he's like, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I don't think this is going to work. Not even kidding. I had already told my mom she was going to drive down and come watch. It was.
Oh, yeah. No.
So when I tell you don't want to hear me sing Panic at the Disco, you don't want to hear me sing Panic at the Disco.
Is that the one where it's like, that's not the I chimed in with the haven't you? Okay.
Ever heard of?
Oh.
Is
it the let's get this teen hearts beating faster, faster for testosterone boys and Harlequin
This has to be one of the reels.
No, wait, that might not be the song. I think he's lying to me. Hold on a second. I don't think that's the right one.
That is.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that is.
For testosterone boys and Harlequin girls. That's my emo bang. Dance to this beat.
No, yeah, that was like I was a pretty confused like 13-year-old because it was like, do I listen to Panic at the Disco or do I listen to like Ja Rule and Ashanti? And I had both.
Oh, it was a good time, man.
Yeah,
it was a good time. You didn't have to choose then.
I feel like the early to mid 2000s was a great time for mixed people. Like y'all were dominating,
bro. The music was so good.
Zendaya was on top of the world still. You know.
Yeah. Zendaya.
Yeah, I feel like she was big when we were growing up.
Zendaya's younger than me.
Barely. Isn't she like 30?
I don't remember any Zendaya music.
I don't know Zendaya's age. I just feel like, Drake, he's
Drake was like high school for me, and like
Zendaya's 29. She's gonna be 30 this year. She's our age.
I don't remember any Zendaya music from when I was a kid.
No. She was in Shake It Up though. Like I feel like she was a prominent actress.
Oh, in the Disney Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that where she got her start?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I didn't.
At least from what I know. I don't know if there was
anything
before that.
Okay.
Zendaya. Oh, hold on. Do we have any more thoughts on the movie? I guess.
Oh, now it's going off track.
Oh no, well we was gonna rate it. I think I rate this a little lower than you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably give it around a 6.5, I think, or 7.
So you're wrong, and that's okay. Just like you said earlier, it's okay to be wrong.
But I just think the secret it just was a little much.
I also kind of feel like the anxiety that Robert Pattinson had was a little dragged out over the neck. Like, I'm like, okay, I get it. You're stressed. Oh, something I will say, this is completely unrelated. During the scene where they were taking pictures, where she's like, we'll shoot you. We'll shoot your grandparents. We'll shoot them. Robert Pattinson throws this glance at the secretary. And when he threw that glance, I literally turned to my friend and I was like, he's going to cheat on her. Like, just the way he was looking at this woman. And then when he looked at her, all of a sudden he was able to smile again for the photos. I was like, he's going to cheat on her. Maybe just because I feel like that's just such a man thing to do, to just like cheat to get back.
Shout out Clay Thompson.
Yeah.
We're not going there.
Yeah, we were just talking about mixed people being up. You don't want to bring that in there. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I just felt like he was going to cheat. So I kind of wonder if it's implied that maybe he's actually a cheater. I don't know. So that scene just struck me as very. If you ever rewatch it, I want you to like pay close attention to how he looks at the secretary at the photography studio. It's just like it's
okay.
It's very pointed. I feel like they put it there on purpose. But okay, so we know Dr. Cleaver was wrong with the 6.5. What about you, Dr. Wilson?
Yeah, I'm definitely higher than that. So what I'll say, and I don't think someone would be wrong to say they were offended by this movie. You know, and I've seen that opinion online quite a bit. I liked that we took it there. I liked the dark humor. I liked the realism of it, and I also liked that it surprised me. It actually did something I haven't seen before in a movie, which in 2026, where we've been doing movies for over 100 years. I mean, that's saying something, right? So I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 based on all that. So that's pretty high. It's my second favorite movie of the year so far.
Wait, what's your first favorite movie of the year?
Bone Temple.
Oh, okay. I was like, don't say Project Hail Mary.
No, that's pretty low on my list. I didn't really enjoy it.
It was so corny. Okay,
Yeah.
I know that's probably.
I haven't even watched it yet. Now y'all are making me.
Y'all haven't done an episode on Project Hail Mary? I swear, I thought y'all did.
We've been thinking about it, but Jacobi hasn't seen it yet. There's a lot of people that really liked it, so maybe we will, and hopefully I didn't offend anyone.
Like
but also,
like The Office and Friends, those aren't people whose opinions we value.
Wait a minute, you don't like The Office?
Well, The Office is great.
Well, no, the Steve Carell episodes.
Yeah.
I'm in enemy territory right here.
You don't like The Office?
Yeah, Mom.
Did your mom like The Office?
No, I was just pretending. I would give it an 8.1. I do agree that I can see someone finding it offensive, but it does speak onto real events, especially because so many mass shootings happen so frequently in the States, especially here in Texas, where gun culture is very prominent. That it's true. They're really this is really a scenario. There is someone walking around there thinking about shooting people up. And there's actually a prominent TikToker who married this guy who was in jail for planning a mass shooting. He didn't do it, but he planned it. His mom turned him in and they arrested him. And he went to jail for a few years. And she married him immediately and got pregnant by him. So there are literally people in Charlie's situation. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there definitely are. And it was heavy, and it was, but they also did a good job of, at the end, I actually felt okay walking out, and I was telling Jenny, life is hard. We all have different things going on, and it's getting married is about finding someone that, you want to do that hard together with, and I like that they came together, and I don't know if forgave each other is the right word. Yeah, I mean, forgave each other.
I think forgiveness was implied because Zendaya was like, let's start over. Yep. I mean, that's how their relationship started, when she was like, let's do this again.
Yeah.
So I think it was a very, again, they were being way more subtle about it than, for example, I feel like Project Hail Mary was not a subtle movie at all, which is why I didn't really freaking like it. But they're being very subtle. I understand you so deeply, and now that I know you and all of you and completely you, I still choose you, which is why it is sweet. Kind of in a dark way, it was a sweet movie because it was they were made for, like, they were clearly right for each other, you know, like I just felt like, you know, it was kind of romantic in a way.
And here's the deal. I think Emma was overall the most evolved and the best person in the movie.
Yeah.
Despite
we don't get everyone else's inner thoughts, monologues, or perspectives during the movie. So of course the protagonist is going to seem like, you know, because we're not getting all. It's like when you watch Mad Men and you're like, Don Draper is a philandering alcoholic scumbag, but I don't know. I can't help but root for him. And it's like, yeah, because it's all about him.
But you don't like The Office.
You're telling me Mad Men in The Office?
I've never seen Mad Men.
Oh, I was like, Mad Men is like, not to glaze, but Mad Men is a fantastic TV show.
I've heard. I haven't seen it either.
It's oh my god, y'all need to have like a freaking sub series. Like y'all need to over the next year or something watch Mad Men on HBO, and we need to like have a freaking Mad Men discussion.
Let's do it.
Mad Men is so cool. Oh man, I love Mad Men.
We'll let you.
Okay, I'm glazing too much. I don't want y'all to be disappointed, but
I'll check out Mad Men. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
because I gotta stop watching Euphoria. I'm traumatized by this.
Yeah, no, I never watched Euphoria.
I hadn't gotten into that. I know Ash watches it, but
the concept of it freaks me out too much. I'm like, yeah, I actually don't want to watch high schoolers doing drugs and having sex. Isn't that like, am I wrong? Like, why do they have to be in high school? Like,
yeah,
I never understood that.
Well, third season,
we was thinking about Twilight too, right, Jacob? Like, if they redo Twilight, they should do it in college.
Yeah. High school. But I feel like Twilight was less crazy than what goes on in Euphoria.
There's nothing crazier than werewolves and vampires.
No, Euphoria's got some.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
You know, Twilight is actually like Twilight's like repurposed Mormon fanfic. Did you know that? Jacob?
Yeah, no. Jenny, Jacob's wife Jenny, and our social media. What do we call Kinsey? Our social media aficionado or whatever.
Yeah,
no, they're really big into Twilight, and they really broke a lot of stuff down to me. I just used to watch the movies because I had to,
and they grew up Mormon, right? And then Stephanie Meyer grew up in Phoenix, where we're all from, or where me and Kenzie are from, at least.
Do you feel like you can relate to her more, like reading Twilight? Like, do you feel like you can feel the Mormonism coming through?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I didn't grow up Mormon though, so it doesn't probably not as much to me. But I think particularly Mormon girls, it really hits a chord with them. So Kenzie and Jenny have a lot of thoughts on Twilight for sure.
Yeah, they an unhealthy obsession. An unhealthy obsession.
Kenzie, yeah.
Don't tell I said this.
No, we'll send this to her. That's cool.
Yeah, make sure this is like the intro snippet.
Kenzie has an unhealthy
obsession. That would actually be a really good intro snippet because it's about like, you know, secret. So you're like, don't tell her this.
True.
Pay me. Hey, I'm gonna be a consultant, y'all. You know, I'm doing my day job.
If we make $1 from this podcast, Jones, we'll give you 20 cents.
You mean you
after
make
we pay
50 cents after you give me my licensing fee? No, I'm just kidding.
You guys hear my crazy dog scratched me?
Oh no!
I just noticed that right
now. It's a dog scratch. If we was talking about cat scratch, then we
I had a patient who was hospitalized for literally 8 months because of sepsis from a cat scratch.
See,
really?
This is a cat scratch. Then we have some ocular stuff to talk.
Honestly, my clinic, I wanted to be a residency site so badly just because of all the crazy. You just see the sickest patients you've ever seen in your life, and they're all old.
Is it something?
I was going to say earlier at IHS, the youngest patient I ever saw was 4 weeks old, and the oldest patient I saw was like 101. So I was literally cradle to grave.
Can you set up a residency site there or an externship site?
I think it would take a lot of work, and my boss is not very like
supportive.
Don't tell him I said this.
We're posting it. It might be easier to get students before a resident.
Well, I also feel like I could frame it, students at least, as like a really cheap source of labor. But unfortunately, you would have to be putting, like, you would essentially be taking one optometrist out of rotation.
Right.
I mean, they can see more patients and, like, you know, have like maybe 2 exam lanes per resident, and it would still work. Because even at my residency, like my residency director also still saw patients, not as many, but like, you know, but it is cheap labor. But I think maybe the liability and, you know, now that we're no longer owned by doctors, it's like a private equity.
Yeah, you don't. If you're saying you're owned by United Healthcare, I wouldn't want to mention that word, cheap labor, for them, because they might jump all over that, and then students don't have a great time at those kinds of sites. Honestly.
Yeah. But what I learn is it's crazy. That's why I'm like, I do like my job in some ways because I feel like I'm still in residency.
That's cool.
Because you do
Right.
have like
So a
so
bunch
much.
of-
Yeah.
A bunch of cool
I see your charts.
cases.
I see Dr. Cleaver's charts and his patients at least once or twice a week.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Does he have good charts?
Man, sometimes our CE ratios don't be matching, but
That's because you're wrong.
I don't know. My OT seems to agree with me.
Hey, Jones, I'm gonna keep asking you until you do it. You've got the residency done. You're seeing cool cases. Come on,
I don't
man.
want
You
to
gotta
give
go.
big. I don't want to give big optometry any more of my brain power.
Come on, man. We need you.
What are you talking about? You want to do fellowship?
Yeah,
He
she
wants
got to
me
do
to,
it.
but I can't actually. Didn't you?
Do
You
it.
guys
You
haven't
get
told me
20
which
points
cases
already.
to do.
Huh?
Y'all told me which cases. I forgot.
No, you don't need anything crazy for
No, you don't.
fellowship. You just
Well,
need
no.
something.
Remember last time I was telling you the cases that I could possibly do, and you were telling me which ones would be good, but I forgot which ones. I'll have to
Yeah, I
ask.
forgot too. Maybe it's one of our texts.
Yeah.
I guess a good way to close it out. Tell our students and our young listeners what you're talking about, Jacobi. What is fellowship, and what are maybe some of the benefits of that in the workforce?
Oh, okay. So fellowship is just another distinction. Well, it's a distinction within the American Academy of Optometry. So Jacob and I are both fellows. In order to pursue that, you have to get 50 points. You either get that by submitting cases or publications or whatever else, or cases or you can get points from doing a residency. So as long as you get your 50 points, you are allowed to sit for your oral examination, and you just kind of defend your cases. It's nothing. It's not like a gotcha moment or anything like that. They'll get you in a room. I mean, it's pretty intimidating. You're sitting on one side of the table, and they're sitting on the other side. But they just ask you about your cases and what your thought process was, and what was your differentials and stuff like that. And then you become a fellow within the Academy of Optometry. And then after you're done with that, we'll push you to do your diplomate.
That's a lot. The diplomate is a lot.
It is.
I can't believe you got that done.
But you're next, and then we're gonna get Morgan to do her. What is it gonna take for you to get this fellow, Morgan? How can we get you?
I just need more downtime at work because I believe in work. Don't put this in here. I believe in working on the clock on other stuff, like if I'm seeing patients, I'm also researching stuff for my own personal life because I just feel like,
You're shopping and
Amazon, huh? It's on Amazon.
How much time you spending on Zillow?
Actually, you know what? Home ownership has never been in my dreams, unfortunately. I'm totally okay being with an apartment girly.
Okay.
I mean, again, if one day my life dynamics change and I, have a family or something, then totally. But it's just me and my dog.
She said, "Need to have a family."
Yeah, I don't know. It's just me and Cubert. We're just chilling.
Come on, man. I'll buy you a drink.
You buy her a house?
No.
He's gonna pay for my next tattoo.
You heard it. Down payment.
How much do your tattoos cost?
They're expensive.
I bet.
Those are expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. No,
I'll save that for the tattoo episode.
Yeah, I kind of just want to go in there and watch it done. I never want to get a tattoo, but I watch it.
They hurt really bad, and this must be what, I don't know, childbirth is like, because they say you forget the pain so that you continue to have more children. After every tattoo, like during the tattoo, I'm like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. Why would I can't do this. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, they've only pulled one line. I'm cooked. And then when it's done, I'm like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. I already got 8 more ideas. So
8 more. You're gonna run out of surface area.
People always say that to me, but I actually have so much untattooed space on my body. It's crazy. Like so much. This is completely untattooed. I mean, I still have like a lot of space here and here. Like,
wow, you got a lot.
Yeah, I don't have my stomach tattooed.
Morgan tatted up.
Oh yeah, but my lower half is way more tatted. Like, the only thing I don't have tattooed is like my knees, which I'm like, crap, I gotta do that. Yeah.
Would you ever get a tattoo, Jacob?
Yeah. And I've been playing around with the idea. I have for one for a couple of years, but I guess I get nervous to actually do it because I'm like, what if I don't like it in a couple of years? Or
what's your tattoo idea?
A bear.
That's cute.
I like bears.
You should
Like a
get
really cool bear right there. But I've redesigned it like a couple of times. So
you should get the big South Side on your back like 50 Cent.
Ooh.
I don't think I should do that. Actually,
You get a scene of downtown Phoenix tattooed on your back.
yeah.
Downtown Phoenix on your back.
DTPHX. Yeah, DTPHX. I've seen those. Or the 480. A lot of people get 480. That's one of the area codes in there.
When I lived in New Mexico, a lot of people had a 505 or the Zia symbol. Like everyone
really?
had that. Yeah. I'm like, dang,
Arizona, I don't care. There's nothing hard about Arizona, man. I don't care what you.
I honestly, I mean, okay, I'm interjecting because I feel like I love the Southwestern United States. I feel like it's one of the most beautiful places. The cultural, like you could get, oh man, don't get me started on tattoos, okay? Because I won't finish. So.
Okay. No, there's a lot, and I've talked to some. So specifically, the kind of bear I want is there's a Navajo kind of bear design that's really cool. And I've asked some of my friends who are Navajo if that would be like cultural appropriation, and they said no. They said it would be really a cool, honoring thing to do. So I might do something like that to remember my time here. And bear is my favorite animal, and bear represents like strength, and maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Well, my thing is always go for an artist whose artwork you trust, because ultimately they'll. You know, you won't hate it if you legitimately choose someone whose portfolio you love.
So when you get tattooed here in Houston, Morgan, do you go to the same artist every single time?
So there's an artist who's done most of my tattoos in Houston. She did like this and this and this. But the tattoo artist that's doing my back, he has also given me a really big hip tattoo too. But those are the like I feel like in the past year and a half, those are the only two Houston artists I've been to.
Okay.
Lately. But I like to find artists whose tattoos I really like. Like I got my shoulders tattooed in this love this artist so much.
You have so many tattoos.
Yeah, look at my little shoulders. I have my little peelings on my shoulders.
Oh, I like those though. I like the color.
Yeah, he's gonna be tattooing my shins in 2 weeks, so yeah. I want to be the most tatted up.
I got a tattoo last week and you get
I know. But when I get my fellowship, I'm gonna have all my tattoos out, and they're gonna have to see.
Absolutely, you should.
Look at me.
You're gonna get FAAO right.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get
tatted.
right there,
right across your throat. So, is there any place that's off limits for tattoos?
For me?
Yeah.
I would throat, face, hands.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No job stoppers. I'm not that bold.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Like none of my patients know that I have tattoos or anything like that because I wear scrubs and a Lululemon jacket on top as my white coat. So I'm completely covered at work because I don't want my patients to know anything about me.
Lululemon, fancy.
Bougie. Now, I wear a Lululemon jacket to work too. So.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
You have a Lululemon jacket too, Jacob?
Yeah.
Really?
Does it have the little holes for your thumbs?
Yeah, it has little holes for my thumbs, and it's not this one, but it's a quarter zip. It's a quarter zip with pockets, though.
Quarter zip boys up.
Right. Yep. I was about to say he's coming around the quarter zip side.
Man, all right, man. You guys, that brings us to an end of another arousing episode. We have a lot of fun with Dr. Jones. Hopefully, this is
I'm the best.
Just one more of many collaborations we had with Dr. Jones in the future. We're gonna make it happen.
I'm coming to Houston.
We'll do. Oh man, we go eat good food. We can watch Morgan get tattooed. Maybe you can get tattooed. I'll just watch.
Can we go to the beach? Can we go to Galveston?
No, we don't. No one wants to.
No, we don't go to Galveston. No.
What did Charles Barkley say about Galveston?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That dirty water down there. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Good night and have a great one.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't miss the sequel. Get your eyes checked.